Greetings, Crispy. Bhagat Singh here. The bunny is here too. You know it's a road trip when the bunny's with me. So Bunny and I hopped across the country on a couple flights and currently in Lake Tahoe at Squaw Valley for Wanderlust. It's a beautiful place. Altitude is okay for me. It's not like 9,000 feet. It's more like 75 or 8. And the festival so far is beautiful. Gathering space is really nice and already afforded some really excellent connections with people. So, I wanted to talk to you today just a little bit about mindfulness and kind of switch gears really quick. Um, Wanderlust is a lot of beautiful sensation, intense beauty, lots of devastating grace in front of you, fun and exciting connections, new and exciting things, old people coming back into your life and reuniting and kind of connecting back with some of the things that are more important to you. So it's an enormous amount of input and stimulus, and these are all good, but even the concept of a day, it's almost difficult sometimes to process so much joy. So I've been thinking a lot and working a lot and studying more about mindfulness and coming back to that in my practice. And so today I just want to offer you a little brief moment. Maybe even store this and just learn to start it at about 1 minute and 30 seconds and use it for what it's worth. So find any seated posture that's comfortable for you. It can be a chair, it can be a cushion on the floor. And then just move a bit. It might help to do some basic stretching before you start this. If you have a yoga practice, a couple simple suryas will open up the front body, expand the rib cage, begin to open up the hips and the backs of the legs so you can sit more comfortably. If truth were to be known, the entire asana practice is preparation for meditation, so you can actually sit without worrying about your back or the constriction in your hips or, oh my God, my knees. Generally, you want to open the body so it's comfortable. And during that process of opening the body, using the pranayama to marry breath with movement, we become really aware of the breath. And then we just want to sit and pay attention to it. So, tall, comfortable posture. Don't strain the back, but just align the spine. And close your eyes. And just for the first moment, draw your awareness to the fact that you are breathing. It's going to happen with or without you, but draw your awareness there. And notice as you turn that, shall we say, searchlight or lighthouse beam of awareness to the breath, the nature of it already begins to change. We know this. The observer always affects that which is observed, even on the subatomic level. So know that the breath will respond just to your attention. And that's what you watch. Did it get deeper? Or did it get shallower? Don't judge, don't quantify. Just experience. Is it difficult to draw in the fullness of the breath? Are there places in the body that you recognize have constriction? Are the places in the body that have a sensation you may not be familiar with, but you recognize through the breath? And are there places in the body where the breath provides ease? Just inhale and exhale. Know the mind will wander. Know that this is the game. It's your job to bring it back to the present. Just to look at the next breath and not to castigate yourself or blame yourself for being a bad yogi. Mindfulness is not the attainment. It's the work. The first time you went in the gym, you couldn't bench press 250. The first time you sat at the piano, unless you're one of those really annoying people, I doubt you played Chopin. This is a training. You're training your brain to become more attentive, so draw yourself back out of those words I just spoke. What is the quality of the breath? Does the inhale seem to have a longer nature, and can the exhale become just as intentional and full? Can you notice the breath moving in over the upper lip, just the very subtle motion as it's drawn in, up and cool, and perhaps even perceptibly as you exhale on the way out through the nose, warm and down. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Just breathe and watch your breath. And if you have thoughts, watch the thought arise. Don't judge it, just let it go. like a puff of smoke. Notice it, but then the next breath blows it away. And just continue with the breath for as long as you may. And yogis, here's the secret. 2-3 minutes to start with. Stop trying to achieve everything and just do something. 2 to 3 frustrating minutes of the mind jumping all over. And then 3 to 4 frustrating minutes of the mind jumping all over while you continually go, really? Is this what's going to happen? As you draw it back. And you continue. And rather than a discipline, it becomes a delight. And rather than a duty, it becomes almost a sanctuary. It's very easy for you to find 5 minutes in your day. But I recommend you do something crazy like go lock yourself in the bathroom or find a room no one goes into. Close the door and write do not disturb on a conference call, something really pendulously important so people won't interrupt you. And just take those 5 minutes and refine your attention to your breath. That's a source of mindfulness. And later, if we want to talk about it in more depth, I can tell you there's an enormous amount of science, but you are fine-tuning yourself for success if you can just give yourself that little bit of attention, slowing down and becoming present. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. In the midst of an enormous amount of stimulation, I had to just take a few moments this morning and get mindful. And what came from it is an enormous amount of gratitude and excitement to go back and dig into it. But I would encourage you to try to just start with a little discipline, 5 minutes. Don't make it the hardest thing you do all day. And don't make it something you must do. Make it something that you decide you'd like to do because you just want to feel a little clearer. That's the gift you would give you. So give thanks and praise. And Bunny says, hi, Maha Bunny Ashrama. We're going to go and party today. Yoga Light FM with Sean's going to be a blast. I'm going to try and take a Johnny Cast class. Yay, Johnny Cast. Haven't seen you in 3 years. Might even take another Rod Stryker class because I just really like where he's going. And a lot of the stuff I'm working with, the Samavriti and the nature of the mindfulness of the breath, really came from one of the last times I studied with him and what he left with me. So look for your inspiration. Again, give thanks and praise. And namaste.